Hello everybody, this is VerticalSandwich. I know I haven't made a video in a while or anything. I'm going to try to do this without having any kind of huge emotional kind of issue things going on, which will be, yeah, it's still kind of rough. It's been a little over 2 months since my father passed away, and it's weird. It's a very strange experience. So a lot of days it feels like it happened a million years ago. A lot of times it feels like it just isn't real. It doesn't. A lot of the time I worry that I haven't really dealt with it. Although, some days are pretty bad. Most days are pretty, I mean, a lot of more days than not are normal. And but I mean, it's kind of rough. Like a lot of things. The weird thing about it is that a lot of things are kind of ruined by by having something like that kind of in your head. That like everyday conversations will just be about relationship with parents, or you're watching a show and it'll be about somebody's relationship with their dad, and just it's a little rough. I still can't. I have a bunch of video of my father, and I still can't watch it. Like I tried the other day, and it still cuts a little deep. So a lot of what's going on with the channel and with me in general has to do with that. That that essentially 2 months ago, like I started spending all of my time. What I was literally doing for 8 hours a day was just sitting in a room reading a book, like making sure my dad didn't need any help with anything. Like if he was asleep, I was reading a book. If he was awake, I was like hanging out with him. And then when he started the very fast downward decline towards death, I was up and at his bedside every possible moment, and so like and I was off work, so I mean every possible moment was like 20 hours a day. I mean it was like the kids were here, my brother and sister and I were like working shifts, like double teaming like shifts for. But that's beside the point. What I'm trying to get around to is that like my entire life schedule and pattern just got absolutely shattered. So, like, it's been very hard to get back kind of the concentration and, like, single-mindedness of purpose and, like, productivity of, like, having a standard schedule. Like, and my standard schedule has been interrupted just by the fact that, like, now different things happen all the time. That, like, that there are roles traditionally that my father filled that like are no longer, like if it snows, like somebody has to remove snow and it's not going to be my father. Like it's those kind of, like my mother is an older woman, and I'm not making excuses for anything. We're doing fine. I mean there are 3 videos going up a day again and stuff like that. It's not anything like that. I just kind of wanted to let you know that like I don't feel like I've gotten back to being like a normalized kind of standardized me yet, and I think that'll happen. Some things have changed and they'll never unchange, and some things are the same and they're going to stay the same, and some things I'm sure will still get different. And that's all fine. It's all fine. It hurts a lot though. It really does. It's bothersome. I mean, it's weird. It's very strange to have suddenly somebody who was just a very obvious part of your life just be gone. Just very suddenly, just be gone. And I've been through a lot of family deaths before. I'm a very young child of older parents, so like I have cousins that are in their like mid-50s and stuff. So, and I have no grandparents left and things like that. I mean. So, yeah, and my dad's birthday is in about a week and a half, so he would have been 72. So that's about what's going on here. I mean, we're not hurting for anything. Like the LPs will continue. The one thing that's probably going to happen is there are not going to be regular Super Monkey Ball episodes because of how incredibly difficult it is to progress in that game. And I'm tired of showing you full videos of me just failing things over and over and over. But like GTA will finish up, and I actually have already finished Spyro 3. So the channel is the same, and I'm trying to ease into somehow talking about this as well, because I mean, it's kind of hard. The focus of the channel tends to be kind of, you know, goofy humor and reactions to games, and it's kind of hard to say, like, so when my dad died. But the thing is that especially with these live videos, that for me the point is to share with you and kind of let you know me, and that this is a huge deal. That like the last 2 months of my life can just be summoned up with like death of my father. Like that's the thing that's been going on, and it's this kind of long ongoing thing. So. I'll get, things, time will keep passing and things will just keep going on, and the channel will continue, and, some videos will be good and some videos will be, I mean, it's the same as it's always been. It'll be me playing video games, and hopefully we can make these conversations a little, more frequent. I actually haven't recorded because it was just hard. It's hard to look at the idea of going like, hey, do you feel like sitting down in front of a camera today and talking about your feelings? And like the answer for the last 2 months has been like, no, I don't. And today the answer was like, well, yeah, I kind of actually do. So, yeah, it's rough. It's going to continue to be rough, and we'll hit the whole first year is just going to be hitting milestones where we're like, oh, this is the first X, without Dad. This will be the first, like we're having the memorial service on like Father's Day weekend, and so like this is the first Father's Day without. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. That's kind of where the channel is at. That's just what's going on. So, having updated you, I'll be signing off, and thank you guys for tuning in and listening. I appreciate it. Bye, everybody.